Okay, welcome back to more of Lost Isle. And it's actually been a while since I last recorded anything on this quest, so I had to kind of watch my last few parts just to reorient myself. Just to remember where I was, what I need to be doing at this point. Okay, so I believe it's pretty much clearing out level 2 right now. Oh, good thing for all the grass here, at least I can get refills. You know, since you start with 3 hearts. Okay, well, I have the wand, so I can actually make some shortcuts. You know, move these flowers. So I don't have to go all the way around the place. And again, it's been a while since I last touched this quest, so I have to kind of get used to the mechanics of this. Okay, I believe I want to go this way first, because I think there's a key I need to pick up on this path. Yeah, it gets a little annoying with these little bridges here because you can't really see what's underneath the bridge. And there's not really anything useful. Nope, just magic. I'm pretty good on magic at this point. But yeah, you're gonna see a lot of magic jars in this place for good reason. And don't need that magic jar. Okay, well, got the map. Not sure how helpful it's going to be because it's actually kind of confusing to really interpret this. So I think the triangles are like, you know, you can are the places where you can actually go from like light to dark side, and then the squares, I believe, are like crystal orbs. At least that's what I think it is. Okay, so it doesn't look like it can stun this Lionel. The booming just seemed to be doing damage. Yeah, this is kind of confusing to go through, but I believe there's a crystal orb right here. Well, at least I get a chance to see what was in this treasure chest. And 20 arrows. You know, I might as well just pick them up, since I'm not going to be coming back to this place. Okay, down here, yeah, you do need the magic wand for this point. And this is kind of easy to forget to come back to, but you kind of need to go back this way. And a little trickier to reflect the shots appropriately. And more magic that, you know, I might end up needing this later, but I think I'm still good on magic. And if you look carefully at the spikes, you can actually see the floor kind of almost like glass in a way. It kind of lighting up a path for you. Now this one's a little tricky. It's trying to get the chest down from here, and I think when you bomb this, a portal appears back to the start, so you have to kind of position this correctly. And it's kind of tricky to do. And you want to make sure you pick up this small key, because you need that to basically get the boss key. Okay, so heading on this way, and you see where you're gonna need the wand. Luckily that one's pretty simple, because I don't think that mirror rotates. You know, get some magic back. Okay, so now that we have the blue blocks down, this is actually the main path you want to continue on, but I think there's another chest to take a look at. I think it's just arrows or something. So, you know, you probably could just skip that if you wanted to. Since you have to take quite a detour to get to it. I guess just to be complete, just in case you're thinking that this might be a small key you're missing, but no, it's just gonna end up being arrows. Yeah, there's 20 arrows. I mean, not even 50. You know, something that'd be a little more worthwhile to make this detour to get. And this chest, what is having it? Just bombs. Actually, I'm full. Pretty much full. You just leave them there. I kind of have to go all the way back around. And I think I might have actually forgotten to get something, actually. I'm gonna go back on the other side. And I forgot to go over to this edge. You know, there's a heart piece there, which I can actually get right now. Yet you have to come back here with a boomerang. So you pretty much have to make 2 trips here if you want to get that heart piece. So that's why I just got the wand and just left to get all the upgrades and stuff. Now since I'm gonna have to come back here anyway to get the heart piece, makes it easier to remember since I actually have to clear this level. Well, at least I only have to do that once, apparently. The block actually stays down. Okay, now I'm ready to head on down this path. This is the main path you need to go on, and this is going to be kind of a long road you're going to have to follow, though I think it is fairly linear. Again, most of these roads are... this path is actually pretty linear to go on. So it's just following it down, and again, just making sure you have that key. That one extra key, because you're gonna need it. And another wand puzzle. Trying to figure out which mirrors flip here. That's actually convenient, you get some magic there. And it's a big jar as well, so you get all of it back. And these types of screens can be a little bit annoying because you can't see what's under the bridge. You just have to kind of stumble your way through this. Alright, so this screen you gotta get rid of the 2 Stalfos by reflecting shots off the mirrors. Luckily it's not too difficult to do. And that's a nice little shortcut for backtracking in case you need to go back. You could go up this way, but I don't think that leads anywhere. Because you actually have to take a pretty long path around to get to the boss key. Now, first things hit this crystal switch. You'll see why in just a moment. Yeah, this side path is the way you want to go. It kind of leads into no man's land, but this is actually the main path. Yeah, this room can be kind of annoying because yeah, you can't see the enemies if they go under here, so just kind of taking blind shots. And just kind of make your way through here, you eventually find a little switch there. And you have another little mirror puzzle there. And some more magic I don't really need. I'm full on it right now. Okay, so we're gonna head on to the next portion. Now you actually could just continue on to the right, because that's actually the main path, and the blocks are set up correctly already, like the blue and red blocks. But just to be complete, there's that little chest there we'll try to get. It's not really worth the effort getting it though, but you know, just to show it off. Because you have to go around quite a bit to get to this. So you can just kind of continue on through this. Again, it's kind of a bit of a workaround you gotta do. And all that just for another 20 arrows. So as tempting as it is to go this way, it looks easier because the red blocks are all down. You just go straight to the right, but you probably want to look for a more complicated solution. And you'll see why you want the blue blocks down. So just kind of rewind your steps to get back to the crystal orb. Again, that's just for demonstration. You know, this chest just had like 20 arrows in it, so you know, you weren't missing much on this. Again, this path looks a little more complicated because now how you get across to the other side. You can't just walk right over it. But you notice this thing, that's not a regular jar. You know, you can't just break it. This one you can actually push. And so you'll use this as your bridge. And I'm good on magic right now, so I don't really need any. Okay, this one's a little tricky. Well, you have to get rid of that Stalfos, but it's how to get the... Okay, there. So you have to kind of rotate the mirrors. Luckily you have control over this. So pretty much you have to alternate like your sword and arrow to rotate those mirrors. Again, you could have made it on this path by, I guess, earlier, but you would have had the blocks the wrong way. So I just kind of follow this path, and it looks like you know, you're still okay. This is where you would get messed up if you had the blocks you know, if you had the crystal switched the wrong way. Because you'd have these blue blocks up and not down. Okay, this one's another mirror puzzle. So once you get that correct, yeah, make sure you have that one extra key. And pick up the boss key. Now, if you happen to not have that extra key, you can actually at least make the shortcut. So getting back here is not going to be quite as tedious. So at least you can get that open. So at least it would cut down some of the backtracking. Now I'm trying to remember which way to go. Because the boss is kind of on a path you've already gone on, but you couldn't do anything yet. I think you just have to switch the blocks here. Okay, this should be okay. I mean, I think there are a number of ways to get to that point. Just taking one route that should work. And I just have to hit that switch to lower the block going down. And another mirror puzzle. So I think you start on the lowest point, the lowest mirror. And at least you don't have to go back up. You just continue on down the screen. And just a mess of bats in this room. And I think that portal takes you back to the start, so you don't need to go in there now that we have the boss key. Okay, this room, you just have to see the path that lights up with these kind of glass floors. And get rid of that statue there so I don't have to worry about the fireballs. Okay, so let's move on. And this boss normally would be a little bit tricky if you just battled it right off the bat. But now that I've brought a few little upgrades, especially the boomerang mainly, it gets a lot easier. And of course you didn't think it'd be that easy, right? And I got two of these things to take out. I'm stuck in the growing grass there. Probably just get refills on that. Split into a lot more pieces now. A good thing, I think their damage is nerfed. I don't think they do too hard to damage at base. It looked like I only lost half a heart there. Yeah, the boomerang makes things a lot easier. Otherwise you just spam arrows. Pick up another heart container for our efforts. And that's where we're going to be going next. Pretty much like right now, there's like nothing else to do because all the optional stuff I've already done. Yeah, this tree here is a nice central post because it's right next to the whatever town here, or the village. Yeah, that's a nice war point to use because since you're gonna start right here, you know, access to easy refills with the grass. Okay, so we took out level 2, and next part we'll just go straight into level 3 and at least start that off. Alright, see you guys later.